records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not ride nobody with. We're the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready up.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Jacobs. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Again with a big tight end, George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job.
Touchdown, Raiders! Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side, finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 51 yards. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Carr looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Lance now on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown. George Kittle. A 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Deshaun Jackson on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10. Their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Lakers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
There on the stop, it's Neil Farrell.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Lance now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. On play action, now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Carr again. Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On second down, Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. McCaffrey on the counter. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now goal for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Carr now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
That's good. Las Vegas.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Caught outright by Renfro. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Now after the holding call, here's second and 20.
You're mine.
Now Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Here's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Now Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a game of 10. First down, San Francisco.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 9. Lance back to throw. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Lance looking to throw.
Being chased out left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Right, 97.
On 2nd and 10, Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're